Good morning. 3,829 days until I'm 40. Just gonna wait for it to sink, and meanwhile, have you just say hi to my cat. Meow. Look up. There you go. So I'm on my laptop today because I want to actually share screen a little bit later, and I'll just jump right into it. So ordinals. I think that's. Oh no, I said the topic is Bitcoin developments. So, right. So um, Bitcoin has been experiencing a lot of developments in the past 2 years. After Lightning, after TypeScript, Segwit got adoption. It's weird, like Bitcoin adoption of new technology on Bitcoin takes a long time, just like it takes time to develop it. Like things move slow on Bitcoin. Um, and it's good. It's good for security. It's good for testing. It's good for the community overall, and it really lets people understand the core of it without like people aren't just like jumping into projects. People aren't just jumping onto technologies. They're learning it, they're seeing it, they're really testing it, verifying it, and then participating. um, Today specifically I'll talk about like ordinals. So ordinals are basically NFTs on Bitcoin, right? They are not part of the Bitcoin protocol itself, but more of the right, they're more part of the signatures. So let me just do a quick review of Bitcoin. uh, in the sense of it being like an accounting technology. Two people transact, and the whole network is the witness. The people responsible for actually putting the transaction into the book, or the entries in, the scribes, are basically the miners. They risk time and energy and earn a fee for their efforts. Now, witnesses will always verify the signatures and the miner's work to make sure everything is correct. Um, but they don't have to store the signature long term. They don't have to keep the signature. They can verify it and then just like throw it away, because the main thing is the Bitcoin is tracking the Bitcoin and which address it's in. Once it's verified, you don't really need the signature anymore. However, many nodes and miners actually do keep the full history. They keep everything, including the signatures and everything, and um, a lot of valuable information is there and available to in the signature, because in one sense, there's a it provides a way to trace and track Bitcoin, provides a way to identify identify people if that's important. um, a lot of like tracing, tracking, or law enforcement work actually is done on signature information, to find criminals and trace Bitcoin that might have been stolen and things like that. And more recently, you can store state, like the first message on the Bitcoin blockchain, that Satoshi Nakamoto put about the bailout, right? That's part of actually in the signatures. It's in the sig hash. Um, and now people have been developing on top of it and around it, and in what we call the ordinals protocol. And they've been putting art on it, games on it, and I believe and even stable coins are coming. And I mean, stable coins are in testing, and I believe they will soon be taken off on Bitcoin as well. So we're actually coming up with an art science project ourselves, and I'll delve into that, probably at another time. Particularly, we will be sharing it at ETH Denver. I'm pretty excited about it. It's a bit nerdy for the people who really care about, I'll just say neuroevolution. If you're neuroevolution, we're putting that on the Bitcoin blockchain, and hopefully connecting it back to other chains as well. It honors a bit of our past and really creates the future for us. But for now, I'm already at time. But I'll just list some projects that we're inspired by, that we appreciate and are interested in. Give maybe yeah, and then dive into them again each another time in the future. And this is where I wanted to share screen. because I personally like really got into this. Whoa, through Pizza Pets. Now, this is Tamagotchi on Bitcoin. You have pets and you can feed them. Um, right, here's a simulator. You have a pet as an egg, you can feed it and grow it, and you need to use Bitcoin transactions to feed it and grow it and take care of it. Otherwise, it dies. And this is like the game inspired me to really look into it and find other games, apps, art, and things like that. And really, I came to Magic Eden to do that. You'll see all these like NFT projects collections available here that you can participate in. Um, but what really got me to understand it and inspired me to inspired us to really dig into it was the Wizard of Ords, and that's really my profile picture. That wizard, in the orange. These guys and the founder Lifo they're fantastic. They've done a bunch of projects in the space over the past 2 years and have really developed some tooling which make it easier to have. Yeah, so tooling like for you to do self custody transactions and understand what they're really doing, from speeding up a transaction to canceling transactions, inscribing and creating your own NFTs, um, doing more doing more custom transactions yourself, burning NFTs or Bitcoin. I don't recommend, but hey, if you need to or want to, or it's part of a protocol, you can burn easily and also see them. And this one's the most exciting recent one, which is the time lock. You can actually see, because that's one thing people don't realize, that you can lock up your Bitcoin and then unlock it and do it all in your own way. Um, and I think this gives a ton of visibility into that. So with that, I'll just mention one last project today. Well, two more projects that are exciting, and one has some proven success. Liquidium, they're they provide lending against Bitcoin. I kind of see it more as like sorry, not Bitcoin, against NFTs, ordinals on Bitcoin. I see it more of a repo kind of market, but you know that's what they do. And Ducat's still in test, but I'm really looking forward to their stable coin on Bitcoin. They're using a bunch of cool technology, which is the locking, the ordinals, Bitcoin itself, putting it all together. I don't know if they're doing any bridging from Bitcoin to elsewhere or back, but yeah, we will soon see really native Bitcoin native stable coins that you can self custody. And so I'm really excited about that too.